Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, and welcome to the ace match of KT Rolster versus STX Soul. Should be a lot of fun here. We got two great teams fighting to an ace match, sending out some interesting choices. You know, not necessarily the best players from both teams playing every game, but definitely some quality games. I have to say, pretty much every one was entertaining, which is pretty awesome that you guys chose a pretty awesome and entertaining series for the first Deja Vu of the week. And this is going to be not Flash. It is a Terran, and it is KT Rolster, but it's not Flash. This is fOrGG, also known as KT Never for some reason. And opposite him is a Protoss player for STX Soul, but that is not Cal. Nope, that is a Protoss player for Soul playing ace, not Cal. That is Shuttle. So definitely a couple surprise choices here for the ace match. It's going to be Shuttle versus fOrGG on the new map Grand Line. Should be very, very interesting. They're at close positions, horizontal positions. So terrain to cover. There's a big, huge line in the middle, a big mountain ridge in the middle with a bunch of ramps that go into it. So, yeah, that definitely comes into play more, I would say, in terms of when you have more of a cross-position battle, that line just becomes probably very, very entertaining. This is going to be more of a horizontal game. They will have to cross that mountain ridge. There's one set of ramps near to both of them that they'll be able to cross over. They're quite large. And then there's some narrower ramps to the north that they can possibly take. Natural expansions in this one are counterclockwise. Oh, no. Oh, actually, it's different about where you are. Usually they're always all the bases are clockwise or all the bases are counterclockwise. They actually all head towards the middle of the map. So, centralized. And natural expansion, nothing too special. Pretty normal to take. I mean, maybe a little wider gap than... Nah, I don't think there's anything particularly interesting about them. Third bases at... So, towards the central position, towards, like... So for these guys, so like for Shuttle, third base will be to the left of him. It's a mineral only that he can take pretty easily, and for fOrGG it'll be to the right of him, also mineral only. And then between them, at the 6 and the 12, there's gas expansions, but I believe they have less minerals or less gas than normal expansions. And at the 3 and the 9, there are island expansions that you can take. Now, I was not paying super close attention, but I think that timing is a 12 next. I believe so. I believe that's a 12 next from Shuttle. And yeah, this is going to be so crazy to not see. I was so hoping to see a second coming of Cal versus Flash. I thought that would be pretty awesome. But it looks like instead we're going to see fOrGG versus Shuttle. And hopefully they put on quite a show. And I got to say that the other games that kind of featured not necessarily the top players for the teams were pretty entertaining. Tempest Bogus, I mean, there were points where I was getting kind of frustrated with their failures. But overall, it was a pretty entertaining game. And Fire Fist versus Last, some interesting things happened. So definitely some pretty entertaining games. And hopefully that continues here. fOrGG going for a wall-in and throwing out his factory now. So I'm presuming that this will probably be a siege expand from him. And we'll see who takes advantage of the new map. Who maybe, you know, knows the better location to initiate a fight, I think is really important to know. Obviously, with new maps, you know, proxies, proxy reavers, all these things, hidden factories, of course, those all come into play, but not going to come into play here. We're going to go more into a mid-game fight here. And that's when army positioning becomes really, really important, and I think that's what the knowledge of this map is really going to be important. And it's possible that for this ace match, it was almost prepared that each of these players was going to play the ace because it is a new map. It is a different map, kind of interesting looking. There's nothing I can even really compare it to per se off the top of my head that even looks like it. So it could be that these two players have, you know, practiced on this map specifically and understand this map specifically. So they were going to be sent out here pretty much no matter what the case was for the ace match, which wouldn't surprise me just because it is such a new map. Looks like fOrGG is finally going to get the scout on here, going towards the bottom right. Is out here trying to hold it up, not going to have too much success, and I think he's going to know that this was a 12 next, but there's nothing he can do at this point. There's no really good counter at this point to a 12 next. Really, the only good counter to a 12 next is a bunker rush, in my opinion. Most other things struggle against it for Terran Arsenal, and you know, if you don't scout it out, obviously, how do you bunker rush something that you don't scout out? So, yeah, that's about that. And this SCV is going to be slaughtered and not going to be allowed to do much of anything. And I thought I saw a second factory going up for fOrGG. Yeah, this is going to be 2 factories, 2 machine shops, and a starport. So this looks like we're going to see dropships with lots of tanks I mean, it could also technically be a be double upgrades for vultures, which would be pretty ridiculous if he goes double vulture upgrades and just tries to win that way. We do have at least one tank here, and neither machine shop is spinning, so we got no upgrades started yet, but we have both machine shops, so this could actually just be like one of those, there we go, there's one machine shop spinning. Depending upon what this could be, this could easily be a one of those like 5 tank pushes, something like that, and see how much damage he can do. I don't know how much success he's going to have. I mean, Shuttle really should have enough Dragoons to deal with that by the time, you know, another round of tanks comes out. Should be able to deal with it pretty efficiently, but we will see. And it looks, I don't know if this probe actually sees what's going on here. Does he know that the push out is going on? I don't know if that probe had vision. That'd be really unfortunate if his probe was sitting there and didn't see it. That would be really to suck, if to put it simply. There's a probe actually down here to the south that's going to see a shuttle or see a drop. Oh no, he's moving it back. Oh, that would have been great if he had kept it there and seen any dropship that comes. Looks like here comes the push. SCV showing up first, and there's 4 Dragoons and a Zealot already there. Should be seeing a couple more Dragoons popping out pretty soon here, and we got a robotic support bay with this robotics facility. So we're gonna be seeing some Reavers here on top of the Dragoons. I think there's going to be a window though before the Reaver comes out and the shuttle gets there. That there is going to be a window for an attack here. We'll see how successful he is. He's got the speed upgrade, it looks like, and mine upgrade for the vultures. So he must have been spinning those machine shops earlier that I just didn't notice. Don't think he has siege tech finished here, but he is going for this 2 factory push and dropship with the follow-up. So could actually elevate like a tank and 2 vultures or something like that. Oh man, putting 2 pylons underneath the barracks so he can't close that up. That's pretty funny. But yeah, this is actually a really tense situation. I wonder what's in that shuttle. What is in that shuttle? He's dropping off 1, 2, 3, 4 vultures, so it's going to be a 4 vulture drop. Going to go straight for the probe lines and throwing down mines as well. Going to be a nuisance, and he's going to have to be careful with his Reaver. If fOrGG places some mines where the Reaver would pop, come on fOrGG, be smart. fOrGG, put down some mines around where the Reaver would drop and kill that Reaver before it gets a chance to do anything. And I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he thought to do it. And those pylons are going to stop reinforcements from fOrGG. That is hilarious. I did not think about that. Yeah, that is awesome from Shuttle, so he's going to be able to defend this because there aren't any reinforcements, and since players generally spam vultures as the reinforcements, not tanks, it's going to take a while to kill that pylon. We got this shuttle out. It looks like we're going to load up some Zealot bombs here. Reaver hasn't popped yet. He may have actually even canceled it, thinking that fOrGG placed a couple mines down there and doesn't want to lose it, so he may have actually even just blown it up. And nope, never mind. He did pick up that Reaver. We saw a Scarab going off there, and that is KT's coach, I think. I think that's, I don't know. I'm not even, I don't know, actually. We still do have these 3 tanks, so importantly enough is that the tanks are still alive, and as long as you don't lose your tanks as a Terran player, you are in a decent situation. I mean, he doesn't have a second base up, so that's really bad for him right now. He's gone for this push, and he really needs to do some damage. He hasn't really done enough. I'm surprised that his vulture drop didn't do more, that he didn't dart in there and pick off more probes. It didn't look like he grabbed that many. As many as he definitely could have, considering he can push both the front and the back at the same time. But yeah, here comes some mines going down here, and the Reaver is going to be able to help defend against us. We got an Observer out as well, so these mines are going to be a whole lot less effective. And these vultures, I wish, would just dart to the mineral lines. Just go to the bottom right, dart to the mineral lines, and pick off a couple probes.